In today's video, I'm going to be talking about an investment that should double my coins within the next 3 days. So, just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch. For the cheapest premium trading service for just £4, €4, or free with Amazon Prime. You'll get yourself daily trading and investing guides covering both Xbox and PlayStation with an array of different techniques depending on your budget. I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million on multiple titles, and recently making over 10 million in the first month for the last 3 years. So in today's video, what we're going to do is walk you guys through just yet another investment that I'm expecting to double between, well, the day you're watching this and the likes of Sunday. So without further ado, let's go and get to the investment. Now, this investment kind of follows on from yesterday. If you guys missed yesterday's video, basically we're talking about players used for League SBCs that are no longer in packs. Now, since they've actually done really well, you know, if you want to argue that they've gone up because of the video, or if you want to argue that they've gone up because, I mean, other traders, investors, or whatever started copping onto them. But we've got players like Daily Blind for the likes of like 1.2k, and he's up to 2.2k, and so on. And a lot of them have done quite nicely. So yeah, yesterday's video at the moment is already a success, I guess, quote unquote. Well, today's video is a bit of a follow-up. So we were basically buying gold non-rares who had transferred from Liga and Eredivisie teams to new teams. For example, Daily Blind, who's transferred from Ajax to Bayern Munich. And the reason that he's a buy is because people use Ajax when it comes to the League SBCs. Well, what we've had for the last 9 days is we've had upgrade packs. I mean, any avid, I guess FIFA player is aware that we've got like the Bundesliga packs, the Liga packs, the Serie A packs. Because we've had these for the last 9 days, there's been very little incentive to go and do other upgrade SBCs. That's basically how it happens every year in FIFA, every single week. Normally what happens is we don't have these sort of upgrade SBCs for 9 days, and we just have on a Monday or Tuesday, or sorry, a Sunday and Monday, we'll have like a 80 player pick, a double 81 pack. And so on and so on. And that pack will normally last for between Monday to Friday, and then between Friday to Monday, there's no SBCs to do, apart from the League SBC, if we go and load it up right here, or the leagues. So you've got this one here, and you've got this one here. Well, what this happens, or what this allows there to be, is basically a cycle of these players either, well, going from being needed to not being needed. So we go to something like a Veritude. So in the SBC, you basically need to use one club. Again, I mean, I can load it up for you guys right now. Prime Mix. Here you go. 11 Liga or Eredivisie players exactly from one club, 11. The rest is basically irrelevant. They basically want 11 players from one club from either the Eredivisie and the Liga. Well, we've got a few clubs that are very commonly used, and I imagine some of these Liga clubs will be very commonly used because a lot of people have the non-rares and whatever. And one of these clubs is Olympique Marseille. Olympique Marseille has plenty of golds, which means at least for the maybe second or third time, people won't have said golds, and they'll go and buy these players. We can see that this cycle happens very, very easily right here. We can see that on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there are again no player picks, no double 80s. The only thing you can do if you want to do upgrade SBCs over the weekend is upgrade SBCs. Sorry, it's the league upgrades. You, again, don't have player picks over the weekend. So what happens is if people want to go and pack a feature star this weekend, they'll go out and they'll go and buy themselves the players for these SBCs, which is why they go from 1.8 to 3.2k within 3 days, because everyone does the League SBCs. Then no one does the League SBCs, then we get back to Friday and everyone does the League SBCs. 1k to 2.7k. Then no one does the League SBCs, then everyone does the League SBCs. 1.3 to 3.6. It was very... there was a massive inflation that week because it was obviously the week before Team of the Year, so everyone was stacking packs. I don't expect those sort of prices. And then we didn't see any sort of rise this week, and that's not because no one's doing these SBCs, it's because, well, I guess no one is doing these SBCs, but that's not like a long-term thing. That's only occurred because people are doing these SBCs, because these are out for 9 days, which isn't normal of the, I guess, alt upgrade SBC. So what I've gone and done, and what I will proceed to do, is I basically plan on buying about 2,000 of these players that are useful for SBCs. Now I'm going to put them up for a K, I think 900, 950 is what we put the majority of them up for. I've gone with the likes of Olympique Marseille because these are the most, well, these are the players that drop the most and then rise the most. But there are multiple clubs you can do this with. You can do this with Olympique Marseille, we can see here, 1k to 2.7. You can go and do this with the likes of Olympique Lyon, with the likes of Kakrata. Again, you can see the exact same trend, up and down, up and down. But you can see that they didn't go to like 3k, so they're not quite as demanded. I believe it works okay with PSG. It works well with the likes of Ajax. I showed you earlier with the likes of Campos. Blind, but there you go. There's Campos, goes up and down, up and down. And all you need to do is find someone who drops going into Friday and then rises into the weekend. But not only can you go and do this with the gold cards, but you can also do this with the silver cards. Now, I'm personally not doing this with the silver cards because I'd be lying to you if I said it is not an absolute bollarcake when it comes to buying and selling silvers. Because there are less silvers bought, selling them can be very, very annoying. Although there is, sometimes a much higher return on investment. For example, you might be able to buy the silvers for 1 and sell them for 3, whereas the gold you only buy for 1, sell for 2. It's a bit harder to sell the silvers. So if you're someone like me who likes getting into one investment, then out of it, then into the next one, then out of it, then into one and out of it, I'd prefer to go golds, because otherwise I'm sitting there for hours selling the cards. Yeah, it's banging. I invest $1 mil, I make $2 mil, and I could invest $1 mil and make $3 mil, but I'd maybe have to double the time selling, and even maybe double the time buying. Whereas we've just had marquee matchups, which is why on a Thursday is the peak to pick up these players, because you go from flooded packs, so high supply, but no one doing the SBCs, low demand, to Friday, yeah, there will be some packs opened, but because especially we're in Team of the Year at the moment, the majority of people aren't going to be saving packs. And on top of that, we're buying golden on rares here. Golden on rares aren't packed in your 50Ks, 100Ks, 125s, which means in theory, yes, you could say there will be packs open on Friday for future stars, but there'll be more open with marquee matchups than there will be with future stars, as crazy as that sounds. So basically, we go into tomorrow where there's low supply, but then there's high demand. So you go from one extreme to the other, which is why you can see these cards do really well over the weekend. I don't know if there's too much more. So the expensive gold teams we've gone through, Olympique Marseille, very good. Ajax, very good. Olympique Lyon, very good. But you can also go and do this with the silvers. Now, there are loads and loads of expensive silvers. I can go through, again, I've got quite extensive knowledge. I've traded with a lot of these Ligue 1 silvers. The silvers in the Ligue 1 that are good to go and invest in, and even when you're watching this video, they're probably still going to be good to invest in. It's going to be Monaco, Clermont-Foot, FC Nantes. Lille are the most expensive. Nice are good. Olympique Lyon's good. Olympique Marseille's very good. Lens's silvers are good. And then you've got only silver rares from RC Strasbourg, and they literally in the past have been up to 7k, which is crazy. And then if I go through to the Eredivisie, again, I've got quite extensive knowledge. I've done a lot of research in this sort of stuff. Ajax silvers are good. AZ silvers are good. FC20 rare silvers are good. Feyenoord silvers are good. Go Ahead Eagles silvers are good. PSV silvers are good. SC Heerenveen rare silvers are good. Vitesse silvers are good, and that's all she wrote. The Ligue 1 players will be easier to sell on than the Vitesse, especially because at the moment people are going to have Ligue 1 players in their club because of the Ligue 1 upgrade packs. So I would say you'll have a higher success rate with that. Again, they'll rise all the way through to Sunday, but they'll have a decent rise Friday to Saturday. So if you want to sell on Saturday and get into maybe some fodder, that will be another play. And I'd say that's about all she wrote. So, as I say, we've at the moment gone into loads of Olympique Marseille players, about 900 to 950. Normally, when these videos are uploaded, you can't really get into the investments, but I'd be quite surprised if these Olympique Marseille silvers and golds even are still, if they're below 1.1, you can still buy them at 1.1. I expect them rising to at least high 1Ks, like 1.8, 1.9, if not 2K, at least by Sunday. But that has been that. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I shall see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.